Do you agree?
Do I agree on everything he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he explained to me all the research he did, what the reports that he pulled, and do I agree of this is what happened? Yeah, I believe this is what might have happened that day. This does show the types of things that could have led to that event. Again, he's like he said, this isn't a judgmental film. It's not saying the Marines are responsible for this or the Iraqis. It's just sort of throwing it up in the air, and then you as the audience decide for yourselves who you believe is responsible for this. You know?
Sorry, a question for you, Elliot.
So can you
guys
turn the microphone?
Do you want to
pass it down?
Yeah, pass it
Yeah, thank you. Hi, question for Elliot. You know, there's been a lot of, I think, reaction from audiences, from politicians, from columnists about all the films that have come out about Iraq. And you know, I think some people seem to feel that the movie industry is continually sort of portraying the war as negatively as possible, dumping on the soldiers, et cetera, et cetera. And I had kind of a two-part question for you. One was your character says a lot of fairly cynical things about the Marine Corps in the film. How much of that is based on your own feelings, and also how did you feel as a former Marine, saying these rather negative things about the U.S. Marine Corps?
Well, before I even started doing this film, first off, before I even thought about doing this film, I called the guys that I served with, and I told them what the film was going to be about. And it was almost like asking them for permission, And I told them, they already knew about Haditha, and they knew that obviously the Marines were going to be shown in the greatest light, And I explained to them, this isn't going to be blaming the Marines for this, This isn't blaming. This is, like I said to you guys earlier, it's letting people decide for themselves. And then when, like you said, how I talked about the officers and stuff like that. I almost lost my life April 14, 2003, and it was because of a decision that an officer made. So yeah, I felt a certain way, but not towards all officers, because if it wasn't for some of my officers, I would have never been awarded my Purple Heart. There's so many things that go on in the Marine Corps. It's not like you can hate everyone, and like everyone. There's gonna be people you don't like, and there's gonna be people you like in the Marine Corps. Point of the matter is everyone has to come home at the end of the day, and that's what you worry about the most. So again, yeah, that was me in the bathroom when I talk about the officers and stuff, because this particular officer I was thinking about in that scene was worried about more about his glory than the guys that he was in charge of. And but that's, like I said, that's not towards all officers. Again, like I said, the Marine Corps wasn't even going to award me the Purple Heart because supposedly I had been awarded it already. So I wasn't going to get my award. But if it wasn't for a group of 3 officers that went out of their way and spent countless weeks trying to get it awarded to me, I would have never been awarded. So, there's people like that look after me and stuff like that. So again, it's not towards every single, officer. It's just throwing it out there.